Watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. A fire broke out this afternoon at a structure in the area of South Church and Laurel Streets in Hazleton. Fire crews responded to a working residential structure fire around 4 p.m. at 111 West Chapel Street, near the former YWCA building. Flames and heavy smoke could be seen coming from the home, as multiple emergency crews responded to the scene. There's no word at this time on any injuries, the extent of the damage, or the cause of the fire. We'll have more details for you as they become available. Social media posts by a former student of the Hazleton Area Career and Technical Center prompted an investigation by state police. The student alleged that Vice Principal Michael Possessor had inappropriate contact with her. Another former student of the district also alleges that other faculty may have been involved in inappropriate communications with students. Last November, Hazleton High School Assistant Principal James Hudock was accused of having a relationship with a student. An investigation was launched, and Hudock submitted his retirement letter last September. The district also denied any attempt to cover up the matter. Not many details have been released regarding the most recent allegations, as it's an active police investigation. We'll have more information as it becomes available. A Columbia County man's facing assault charges for allegedly strangling his girlfriend. Mahanoy Township Police were called to the 900 block of West Center Street around 8:30 Wednesday evening for report of an assault. An unidentified woman told officers that 20-year-old Daniel Penless of Berwick attacked her daughter. He allegedly strangled and punched her and left the scene before police arrived. However, he returned a short time later and allegedly fought with police as they tried to place him into custody. Penless was charged with strangulation, simple assault, and resisting arrest. He was taken to Schuylkill County Prison for lack of $10,000 straight cash bail, which he posted the following day. The Pennsylvania Superior Court rejected an appeal from a woman sentenced for her involvement in the murder of Wilkes-Barre resident Fred Boot. Luisa Reyes and Reynaldo Mercado conspired to break into Boot's home back on September 14th of 2018. Reyes, who was 14 at the time of the incident, allegedly took the knife from the kitchen that Mercado then used to stab Boot 58 times. They then burned his body and fled to New Jersey, where they were later apprehended. Reyes pled guilty to second-degree homicide and was sentenced on November 19th of 2020 to spend 40 years behind bars, while Mercado went to trial and was convicted of first-degree murder. The court rejected Reyes' appeal that claimed she wasn't the mastermind of the crime. They found that her sentence was appropriate, given the fact that she knew the victim, targeted him, and expressed little remorse for her crime. A U.S. magistrate judge ruled Wednesday that the testimonies of 2 female victims in the investigation of Schuylkill County Commissioner George Halkovich will take place outside of the county. The 2 women placed active sexual violence protection orders against Halkovich and asked the court to prevent him from physically being present for their depositions. Judge Martin Carlson ruled that their testimonies will take place at the federal courthouse in Harrisburg, rather than the Schuylkill County Courthouse. 4 female county employees claim that Halkovich sexually harassed them and have filed suit against the commissioner. If Halkovich wants to attend the depositions, he must first notify the deputy clerk and is forbidden from having direct or indirect contact with the women. A Luzerne County man accused of sexually assaulting several women pled guilty to the charges. 59-year-old David John Williams of Pittston Township allegedly assaulted the victims when they were children. The first victim was 13 years old when he began assaulting her in 1995, and the youngest victim was 4 when she was first assaulted back in 2007. Williams pled guilty to involuntary deviant sexual intercourse, aggravated indecent assault, and endangering the welfare of children. He was ordered to be evaluated by the state's Sex Offender Assessment Board and is scheduled to be sentenced on August 11th. PennDOT's asking drivers to be patient when they encounter slow-moving PennDOT work vehicles. Crews and contractors will be out during the warmer months working on projects along interstates and other high-volume roadways. Motorists should be aware that they may encounter mowing, spraying, and line painting vehicles at any time. PennDOT asks that you give them plenty of room to operate while remaining alert, slowing down, and driving with caution through work zones. Drivers can always check on roadway conditions at 511pa.com or by downloading their free mobile app. Students currently attending state-owned universities won't see a tuition increase next year thanks to a unanimous vote by the State Systems Board. The vote will declare a fourth year of flat tuition, as the struggling system hopes legislature will approve hundreds of millions in additional funding in the 2022-23 state budget. It was 6 months ago that the board sought $550 million in state funding for next year, with an increase of nearly 15%, alongside $201 million in student aid and about $75 million in federal funds to help pay for system changes. Although the vote passed, there's still a chance of tuition increase before the school year starts if the state budget subsidy is not sufficient. The Easter Bunny will be making his way down to Sugarloaf tomorrow morning. Safe and Mission Autism Clinics invite you to join in on an Easter egg hunt for all ages this weekend.
This Saturday, April 16th, at Mission Autism Clinic, SAFE is hosting an Easter egg hunt from 10 to 12, and then we will have therapy ponies, therapy donkeys, an obstacle course, cotton candy, and all kinds of outside activities for the kids. All you have to do to come is RSVP to SAFE office at autismsafe.org. We hope you can come out. If you have any questions, give us a buzz at 570-795-8100.
So, mark your calendars for tomorrow, April 16th from 10 a.m. until noon at the MAC Clinic located at 1 Brook Hill Square in Sugarloaf. And remember to RSVP to the SAFE office at autismsafe.org or call 570-795-8100. Toyota issued a safety recall due to a software glitch affecting about 460,000 Toyota and Lexus vehicles. 10 different models of Toyota and Lexus vehicles were recalled due to the car's vehicle stability control systems. According to their website, the features designed to help drivers maintain vehicle control under unpredictable conditions. The VSC systems of the recalled vehicles may be experiencing an error, preventing the feature from automatically turning on in certain situations. Another recall was also issued on 4,000 2022 Lexus NX vehicles for incorrect welding that could potentially cause a loss of driving stability. Owners of the recalled vehicles will be contacted by mid-June, and the fix will be provided free of charge at all Toyota and Lexus dealers. Masks while traveling are making a comeback throughout the U.S., just as local health officials reconsider loosened restrictions. 15 days have been added onto the federal mask mandate, along with Philadelphia deciding to bring back their indoor mask requirement due to the highly transmissible subvariant of Omicron increasing nationwide COVID cases. Hospitalizations remain low in most areas, but public health officials proceed with caution and want time to look over the severity of BA.2. The CDC says this variant is currently responsible for more than 85% of U.S. infections, which has been increasing over the past week. April is National Safe Digging Month, and PUC has a message regarding the importance of calling 811 before you go digging around lines. Homeowners, businesses, and contractors should call the number so that utility operators have time to locate and mark their lines before any digging begins. The most recent PUC data shows that 40% of all line hits are due to failure to call 811 before excavating starts. Hits on underground lines are dangerous for contractors, utility workers, neighbors, and bystanders. So, contact 811 at least 3 business days ahead of digging so that lines can be located, confirmed, and marked. You should also confirm that your contractor made the call as well. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Coming up on Wyln News, a 60-day ban on showcasing poultry in Pennsylvania, plus your favorite furry friends of the week. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kits. We'll be right back.
Abby, and I'm 7 years old. Tomorrow might be 2 inches of rain. Signing out. Bye.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
How you doing, everybody? This is Ricardo Santos from J Zapata. Woo, woo. You remember this old monster? Well, we're moving into a building. It's a big restaurant. Come and check us out. This is what we had on our menu. Regular burrito. We have the taco americano. Let's go with the Mexicans. They don't have a sombrero, but there you go. Corn tortilla, gluten-free. This is the birria tacos, enchiladas, nachos, flan, 3 leches. That is right. Come at 620 Hillside Drive, grand opening for J Zapata Mexican Restaurant. Whoop, whoop.
TJ's Chimney Service professional and complete chimney service. Cleans, rebuilds, stainless steel liners, custom concrete poured chimney crowns. Fully licensed and insured, all work guaranteed. Roofing services also available. Call 570-861-0027.
Membership opportunities are now available at the Valley Country Club, 79 Country Club Lane in Sugarloaf. Clubhouse upgrades are in progress and will be ready for the spring. Call Frank Radis for details at 570-233-5328.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the midday WYLN News update, posted between noon and 2 p.m. Powered by Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, the all-new emergency room at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton is nearly double the size. Our updated facility features all private rooms, the latest technology, and a quicker, easier check-in process. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, your partner in ER care.
The Department of Labor and Industry released its preliminary employment situation report for March. Pennsylvania's unemployment rate was down 0.2 of a percentage point over the month to 4.9% in March. The national unemployment rate was also down 0.2 of a percentage point, dropping to 3.6% in March. The Commonwealth's unemployment rate was 2.2 percentage points below its March 2021 level, and the national rate was down 2.4 percentage points over the year. Pennsylvania also recovered approximately 83% of jobs lost in the first 2 months of the pandemic period from April of 2020 through March of this year. Additional information can be found at dli.pa.gov. Pennsylvania's poultry industry was hit with a temporary quarantine order from the highly pathogenic avian influenza. The PA Department of Agriculture is banning the exhibition of poultry and eggs at county and local fairs across the state for 60 days, starting tomorrow, April 16th, or until the order is lifted. The temporary ban will prohibit the presence or display of poultry and poultry products, which includes eggs, feathers, and other parts and items made of these parts. The ban applies to 108 county and local fairs that receive state funding. As of April 12th, infected birds in commercial and backyard poultry flocks have been confirmed in 26 states, including those that surround Pennsylvania. However, the CDC stated that they do not present an immediate public health concern. Those with domestic birds can report sick birds or unusual deaths in the flock to the department at 717-772-2852. Wegmans will be eliminating plastic bags company-wide by the end of 2022. The company announced that their goal with this decision is to shift all customers to reusable bags to help solve the environmental challenge of single-use grocery bags. Wegmans will incentivize the use of reusable bags by charging 5 cents per bag, which will be donated to each store's local food bank and United Way. On average, paper bags are used for 20 to 25% of transactions in stores where the company's already eliminated plastic bags, while the remaining 75 to 80% use either reusable or no bag at all. If you've been thinking about adopting a pet, well, there's no time like the present. The SPCA of Luzerne County has more breeds, shapes, and sizes of furry friends for you to check out this week. Everyone, meet Taz. He's the longest resident at the shelter and an employee favorite. This active pooch enjoys peanut butter, going for walks, romping around, and meeting new people. And up next is Aesop. He's a real sweetie that enjoys a good snuggle. He has the cutest little tuxedo face and loves sitting on your lap. Call 570-825-4111 to come on down and check out these featured pets and more. You may just meet your new best friend and give them a well-deserved forever home. Coming up on Kingston's News Choice, your week in review, plus leading the way into this week's final segment. And stay with us for everything else we have lined up for you later tonight on WYLN TV.
Hey, Dr. Alex here with another Feel Good Friday, here to tell you about how chiropractors help you with your migraines. So first off, migraines, what are they? They're an energy crisis. Your body tries to make you stop using so much ATP chemical energy by making you averse to it and punishing you with pain whenever you do use energy. This is an important emergency tactic to prevent you from passing out or something like that from running completely out of energy. So if you have a terrible migraine, you have to think about, well, how's my energy balance? Why am I wasting so much energy, or why am I not recouping energy? Sleep is the important part for recouping energy. For wasting energy, there's two important parts. There's triggers, things that your body doesn't deal with well, like allergens, and there's this suboccipital triangle. If the very top of your spine is out of whack, if something's a little bit dysfunctional up there, this area wastes 100 times the energy of any other area of your body. It's so innervated, so many nerves. That's why I have to fix it, and that's how I help you feel good.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Have you ever experienced that super pushy salesperson who follows you all around? Not here.
Or wandered around that big box store looking for help in the appliance department, only to find the pink guy? Not here.
And we have an experienced, courteous sales staff here to help you find the perfect mattress, piece of furniture, or appliance with no pressure.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Visit Clearfield County and enjoy the many flavors offered throughout their Lumberjack Tasting Trail. That includes a variety of breweries, distilleries, and wineries.
Sponsored by visitclearfieldcounty.org.
That's visitclearfieldcounty.org.
Visit all 16 locations and enjoy free tasting or purchase their Lumberjack special.
Don't forget to get your passport stamped at each location and earn your free t-shirt or hat for completing this wicked awesome trail.
Go to visitclearfieldcounty.org for more information.
That's visitclearfieldcounty.org.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Join us later for Let's Talk Chiropractic, where we talk about how treating Chris led to discovery of what's going on with his wife and led to the incredible recovery we've been seeing for the last few weeks. Join us later.
Monday. 6 people were displaced following a Sunday afternoon fire in Luzerne County. Firefighters were called to the 200 block of Wyln Street in Wilkes-Barre around noon for a report of a structure fire. When they arrived on scene, they found heavy smoke and fire coming out of the second story of the residence. The family was able to make it out safely, and no injuries were reported. The Red Cross was called in to assist the family members displaced by that weekend fire in Wilkes-Barre. Tuesday. One man was sent to the hospital following an early morning fire in Hazel Township. Crews were called just after 1 Tuesday morning to the 1000 block of North Church Street and found heavy smoke and fire coming from an apartment that sits above Morato's music store. The apartment's resident, who owns the music store sitting below, was said to be in stable condition after being taken to a local hospital for treatment of smoke inhalation. Crews were also able to rescue a parrot from the blaze, but one cat remains unaccounted for. Firefighters believe the blaze began in the kitchen and grew out of hand, as the building remains uninhabitable after suffering heavy smoke, water, and fire damage. A state police fire marshal was called in to investigate the cause of that early morning fire in Hazel Township. Wednesday. Hazelton police arrested 2 individuals with active warrants during an early morning traffic stop. Patrol officers pulled over a Chevy Impala occupied by 36-year-old Jonathan Diefendorfer and 33-year-old Megan Welsh. They discovered that the duo had active warrants out for their arrests. When police tried to take them into custody, the vehicle took off at a high rate of speed before colliding with another at the intersection of Diamond Avenue and Lincoln Street. The pair was arrested and taken to Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazelton for treatment. They were then transported to Luzerne County Central Court to be arraigned on charges of fleeing and eluding and possession of a controlled substance and drug paraphernalia. Thursday. The Tamaqua Area School District's defending its actions following allegations of sexual assaults on school property. The families of 2 Tamaqua area football players filed a federal civil lawsuit earlier this week, claiming the district failed to protect their children and took no action after the alleged assaults occurred in the football house back on November 4th. Attorneys for the families claimed the assaults were premeditated and that the district tried to cover them up. School Board President Larry Wittig said the district took immediate steps to investigate and that 3 students were expelled for their roles in the assaults, including 18-year-old Zachary McGlinchey, who was charged by police with simple assault and harassment back on March 28th. Board Vice President Nick Boyle is also questioning why the DA's office hasn't prosecuted anyone for sexual assault, if that was the case. Friday. Social media posts by a former student of the Hazelton Area Career and Technical Center prompted an investigation by state police. The student alleged that Vice Principal Michael Possessor had inappropriate contact with her. Another former student of the district also alleges that other faculty may have been involved in inappropriate communications with students. Last November, Hazelton High School Assistant Principal James Hudock was accused of having a relationship with a student. An investigation was launched, and Hudock submitted his retirement letter last September. The district also denied any attempt to cover up the matter. Not many details have been released regarding the most recent allegations, as it's an active police investigation. We'll have more information as it becomes available. That's it for your Week in Review, here on Wyln News.
Abby is still perfecting her sidekick, and her jab is just for show. But for Abby, this is a remarkable day, because Abby recently defeated a real foe, cancer, when she partnered with Lehigh Valley Riley Children's Hospital, a children's hospital close to home with more than 30 pediatric specialties. Take a bow, Abby. You deserve it. Lehigh Valley Riley Children's Hospital. Your health deserves a partner.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Jura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazelton, 570-454-7229.
Penn State Hazelton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call Wyln News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@wylntv.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Did you know that WYLN News provides news updates every weekday afternoon
At 1, 3, and 5 here on TV and on social media?
Did you also know you can watch WYLN News on the go by visiting our website or YouTube page?
Now more than ever,
WYLN is your local news leader.
Attention all political candidates. WYLN TV 35 is offering a free political announcement to all candidates in the WYLN TV viewing area running for office in the May 17th Pennsylvania primary election. Go to WYLNTV.com and fill out the form today. The deadline to submit your announcement is April 20th, 2022. All areas of the form must be completed, so do it today. Go to WYLNTV.com for your free political announcement. WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the children's programming report is on file for public inspection at 647 State Route 93, Sugarloaf, Pennsylvania 18249 during regular business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Eileen Perchak's leading the way again to wrap up this week's series.
And welcome back to this week's final segment of Leading the Way with Eileen Perchak from SAFE. So, looking towards the future, what else is ahead, and can you just tell us a little bit about what SAFE has to look forward to?
I think we're headed in the right direction. I mentioned those collaborative efforts. We are part of what's called the ACE Collaborative, which is funded by the All One Foundation. I think for our future, that's huge for us. As I said, without the work of those people, the funding of our programs wouldn't be where they are and wouldn't have held through during COVID. So, the future of that is, fantastic with those collaborative efforts. As far as our fundraising efforts, we've been able to, ramp those up a little bit this year, which is great because we couldn't do anything last year. So, we took a really big hit. We hope that, COVID's on this end of it and we can get those off the ground.
Awesome. Sounds like an amazing time.
We're going to try.
All right, folks, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this week, and an even bigger thank you to our guest, Eileen. Thank you so much for being on.
We always love coming to WYLN.
Well, everyone, have a great weekend. Best of luck. Best of life. Good night.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Have a safe and happy Easter and stay with us. A look at today's weather is next right here on WYLN TV.